No. Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're doing another one of these intros. No. Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons and no. Also frame rate, but still no. I don't like this purple rift. Like, I only cleared it for the first time on my birthday, which was 10 days ago at this point. Because I figured, to hell with it, I'm gonna get some practice in because I know this rift is ass. And boy howdy, and a kitchen cabinet full of raw fucking turnips, am I glad I practiced this, because whoo-wee, it is ass! Surprisingly, my memory does not deceive me. And you can claim to be ready to say all you want. We are going nowhere, sir. I'm just going to chumble my frame rate all the way back here, even further back here, to the backest of here's, beyond these children. Oh yeah, I still have my baseball bat from Yakuza Metro. Now, you're gonna want to have as much health as possible going in here, and technically there is something I want to show in this episode that pertains to the health meter, because I've done some research, but that won't help you here. See now, this is pretty. See now, it's pretty, but don't be fooled. This place is a living nightmare. Don't mind the testicle coral there. Also, I like that it makes coiny noises when you walk on the coins. Yeah, so this is one of those ones where first room, ooh, it's a rift token we can't have. Like, just because it's the first room doesn't mean there isn't a frog here. This time, I took notes. This is not somewhere I want to have to come back to. So, sequentially, in order that the rooms have 1, that's that one, 2, 2, 3, 1, and then none, I believe. For a total of however many that's a total of. 9, thank you, game. Now, it might seem tame to begin with, because it does start tame, fun enough. Also, don't touch the sea urchins, I believe they do hurt. So there's a second one to look for somewhere in here. Do y'all prefer it when I'm on the ball like this? You might think, oh, this isn't so bad, Tess is just overreacting, being a stupid floof as he is. Also, there's invisible friends here, so watch out for those, because you need to hold on to as much health as possible. Because later down the line, there will be ass-level platforming challenges. Like so. That was just me being terrible. There you go, you just need to have a rough modicum of an idea of what you're doing. Could you not? Could you not? So, what I'm saying is, you're going to want as many second chances at jumps as possible. And that includes having as much health as you can, because, yeah, this level is kind of fond of sort of do these strange sklankular back and forth jumps. And the stakes will only get higher. I believe that was all for Rift Pond. Now, as I was trying to say previously, at the moment, it doesn't look all that relatively bad. And yes, the fact that the sea urchins can hurt you is just adding insult to injury, or in this case, injury to injury. And that's true. But you're going to want to stockpile rift ponds like it's the end of the world, because the last room, or the last floor, the last sublevel, whatever you want to call it, of this rift is Miss Helena Handbasket herself. And you're going to want to skip as much of it as you can. On my practice run, I only needed 1 rift pond, like the final room, I believe, requires 3 rift ponds to get past. And I had 2 going into it, so I still had to do some of it. I'm not sure if there's oh, there we go. Ooh, that was indeed for a rift pond. I for some reason thought that was where the frog was. So, it gives you a bunch of different, like, redonkulously difficult platforming challenges. I only had to do 1 of them. If you came unprepared, you would have to do 3. Believe me when I say it is not a fun time. Well, like, not in a badly designed way, it's just brutalously unforgiving. And thank you, Magnet Badge, you have saved my business. My small business. Ah! It's magic. I've been watching plenty of Vegapunk V3 with my mother. Also, I would have recorded this episode so much sooner, but then we had a heat wave. And of course, by the time this goes up, the heat wave will have long since passed, I'm sure, and y'all will be like, can't relate. And then I'll be like, well, poops on a nipple. Don't do that. Although apparently a shitty nipple is a cocktail. Okay, we're looking for 2 frogs, and one of them is here. And once again, the magnet badge saves the day. I'd forgotten, by the way, just how naked one feels without the magnet badge. Because without the magnet badge, you have to touch everything. Like, in order to collect, you have to be touchful. And it makes things even less of a time. Now, this seems like a good sort of proto-situation compared to the Tom Diggory Thaprharth that I was talking about from later on. And I suppose, like, in pure platforming terms, it does crescendo, but just, it goes ham when it crescendos, yeah. You feel me? And I feel like the urchins doing damage is just, as I said, it's just, like, come on. Isn't this level doing enough cruelty to my face? That's called cruelty! In reference to that, I don't even remember what accent he had, but the guy with they made a guy get a suntan using a banana so it looked like a penis. Does anyone remember Vine? Oh no, I don't want to be die! That was pathetic. I am such a pathetic whinge sometimes. Hoibledy boibledy boy. And of course, the tricky part is, if you run out of life, then you're back to the beginning. And see, we could just go straight on, but make hay while the sun shines is basically the gist I'm approaching here. You're gonna want to have as much leftover, like, disposable income except its health, and also as much Rift Pon as possible. Because, like, I would rather do a load of medium difficult stuff than, like, extra hard stuff. Like, well, extra as in additional, but also extra hard as in harder than hard. You know, what's colder than coldy freeze? Really cold! And then the word okay in block capitals 27 times in a row. Does anyone remember that? Is Tumblr still a thing? This level is driving me mad and we've not even got to the difficult part yet. Hoo-wee! And speaking of hoo-wee... Okay, that was not meant to come out like that, but here we are. My mother and I have been watching Rick and Morty, and I'm surprised, because, like, of the people in my household, like, I was curious about it, because I didn't know what to expect. I thought I might enjoy it, and sure enough, I do. I wasn't expecting my mother to be the other person in the house to enjoy it, because, like, my father's not, like... I don't know, like, he doesn't, like, he seems sort of ambivalent towards it, which is funny, because I would have thought that it would be exactly his style of humor. And it's more that he's not had the chance to give it a chance, so I don't know how he feels about it. Also, yeah, you're gonna want to get up here because frog in the city of Prague on a piece of toast going to Canoe, because Canoe is now a place. But my mother, despite expectations, because, like, she and I have in common this loathing of anything that's excessively disgusting, and of course, every other word that Rick says is a burp. But she actually loves it as much as I do, which is a surprise. But for obvious reasons, I don't consider myself a fan, I just enjoy it. And we've watched up to the end of Season 2 so far. I hate calling them seasons, by the way. Like, it's a series. That's the terminology we use in this country. Oh! Come on, I just want to get up there and get me extra healthy because I want to be extra healthy. I want to be extra Nena, who I think was the last act to ever represent Yugoslavia at Eurovision before the dissolution of Yugoslavia? Question mark? Well, unless you count Serbia and Montenegro, because if memory serves, there was a point where Yugoslavia was just Serbia and Montenegro, and anyway, I'm rambling about things I have no business rambling sobre. Now there's another point of discussion. Whoop, hang on a minute, what's down here? I think it's where we already just were. But I got some pawns out of it, and I know that I'm going to need pawns. So, let's just get back up there real fast. y'all remember Europe's Gallo 8? I'm still very good friends with her, and I have been teaching her to speak Spanish. Because I speak Spanish, and she's learning very well. And it's fun. I am enjoying learning her and thing. Okay, so this floor there are three frogs. And yeah, that's what I was going to say earlier. Some of them are in chests, just to make it especially tricky. And that was a rift pond, which has just played me for a fool because I was talking about frogs, and I was miscalculated when I practiced this as well. Why bubble? Yeah, when I was doing my practice run of this on my personal save file, which I had not beaten this on, because I'd never beaten this before that practice run on my birthday, even then, I thought, oh, that's going to be a frog, and then it wasn't, and I was sad, and I sued the game until Christmas. And that's something. Like, this is just a completely unrelated tangent of nothing, but by all means, allow me to flavor. One thing that I observed as a child, and for some reason, I was never, like, mindful enough of it in the moment. But because my birthday is in August, that means that the time between my birthday and Christmas is shorter than the time between Christmas and my birthday. And y'all have heard me rant before about my depressive tendencies, so at this point it's very much too little too late for me to even be thinking about it. But I don't know, just as a child, I feel like I should have been more excitable about, like, ooh, I've just had my birthday, and now it's not very long until Christmas, so even more free stuff. And don't get me wrong, I like free stuff. You know, free is free, shit is shit. Damn, you know the adage. But I don't know, like, by the time that I fully took the moment to think, right, it's that time of year that I never think about in time. But by the time I thought to think about it, it was too late, and it was just like, oh, yeah, I guess it certainly is the time of year where time... I've been conditioned because I practiced some of the Death Wish missions as well. Hooray. There was nothing there. You lied to me. Is this where I was before, or did I go a different way? I may have gone a different way. Was I... Where? What? Who? What? The one time I'm not... Wow! I need my life in order to live, and now you're punching me to death? Seriously? Like, I am spamming the attack button, and you're just... Like, wow, I am going to sue you until Christmas. That's my thing now. Anyway, what I've been trying to say this whole time is... Some of the frogs are in chests, which means they're not going to glitter at you from a distance, so they're going to be even harder than usual to spot. Also, wouldn't it be nice if the rift ponds gave you health back? But alas, I don't think they do. Yeah, no, we're just here, dying slowly. And also, you may have recalled previously that there's a type of Death Wish mission that focuses on rift collapses. And because this was introduced in that same DLC... Oh no, I'm gonna die! No, I don't want to do it all again! Okay, this is approximately where I was. So what I was trying to say about 5 minutes ago, which I just sped up to allow you to witness my elite gamer skills in getting back here, is because this rift was introduced during the same DLC that introduced the Death Wish missions in the first place. That means that this rift is fair game for a rift collapse mission, and I'm fairly sure it is the last Snatcher mission in the entire bundle. I don't know, because I tapped out long before that on my practice run, but just let it be known that suffering will be afoot. You will need to be the greatest ham in the history of kitchenware, and let me tell you, I am not even pork in the first place. I am much more of a chicken person myself. Now, it's glowing. It's probably got a rift on it. Round and around and around, baby, you make me go a-a-a-o-o-o. That sure was a song that totally wasn't a different song. Wow, Tess, you're just so unbelievably Freg Jennifer when it comes to references and the like. Okay, so technically, this can be done. Like, for some reason, you can't start brewing when you're on the bouncy, but you can if you're in the air. Hat kid, you had a singular joboid, but hey, we survove. And also, the platform doesn't... Oh! The platform doesn't even completely go with the box, so you can just stand here and everything's fine. Game, why do you tease me? Hey, magnet badge, you gonna do your thing? No? Okay. Right. That stands us in good stead. We're only missing one frog, which is in the next room. We're only missing... I don't actually remember how many ponds, but hey, we're in good stead, is the gist at which I drive. Because we have all the frogs so far, he says, reassuring himself more than anything else. And we have... You know what? I think we have enough rift ponds to bypass the last room? Or sub-level, whatever. Yes, we do! Oh! Oh! Ow! Pain! Oh, dearie Christmas. Also, one thing that I am super grateful for is, in this game, if you take damage, and then, like, almost immediately thereafter, you, like, zone out, so, like, you fall into the void or whatever, then the game only considers one of those things to cause you damage. Like, if you get hit by fire and then fall into the abyss. See, I'm not doing any of that. That stuff is really, like, prohibitively difficult. Just do what I did and just bypass the whole thing. Oh, boy. What was I saying? Yeah, no, I've completely forgotten now. Me and editing. Help. In the meantime, though, we've got ponds. We have a load of stuff in Yakuza Metro left to buy. But for now, the final timepiece of the game, except it's actually not because there's something else that I knew about that I'd forgotten about until now. Oh, boy. But first, there's a story of the Arctic woes. So, there's a seal puppo. There is a young captain. He graduated. He got assigned a sheep. Yes, a sheep. With his tutor. But it's a different... So either he got the wrong note, or he was assigned to a different boat. And the seal's just cut. He looks like the Snatcher there. Now, this makes me wonder, this particular image makes me wonder, like, was he bullied into the wrong ship, or was he just assigned a different ship? But plot twist, you know, he's dreaming of success, but then, yeah, it turns out that the boat that the other guy was on sank and he died. There isn't a happy ending here. I feel for that man, I really do. In the meantime, though, free stuff. I believe we might be out of prizes, so contrary to what I said in the Patreon video, which was accurate at the time, you actually now can get every single prize in the machine. But hold on, what's this? Yep, there's a bonus time rift, which I did not know about until I did my practice run. So, in the next episode, we will be going into the final time rift. You get the idea. How are we looking with rift tokens there? Oh, we have 3. Is that enough for me to demonstrate that we might have every single prize there is left to get in the game? Because that never used to be a thing until the DLC. The machine is empty. Well, we still have stuff we can buy in Yakuza Metro, so there's that to look forward to next time. Well, I don't know if that will be next time, but at some point, I'll need to go into Yakuza Metro, buy a load of stuff, and I don't know. But the point is, next time we'll be going into that rift there, so see you then for that.